Hi guys, today I wanted to talk about a problem I currently run into a lot with exocad and really kind of any software when talking about using a copy denture record. A lot of the times what doctors will do is they'll make a copy denture record out of maybe like a printed monolithic try-in, or they'll use the patient's existing denture to do a what's it called to do a record. So what I currently see is whenever I'm doing my gingiva design, um, and or trying to finalize a denture design, um, the borders are kind of just right where they need to be, and it's very hard to kind of isolate and make those borders smooth and as nice as possible. So what I've concocted is a way to actually kind of edit these borders so that they um, can resemble good data, because right around these border areas you'll see that we have some kind of folds and stuff, mainly in this anterior region, or it's short in this anterior region, and the data kind of just falls off right there. A lot of the times, this will cause errors in the design process when merging the data. So basically, what I'll do for kind of our purposes here today is I'll finalize this data. And this definitely happens more so inside of the denture module. Currently, I'm just doing I'm just using the wax up technique to do this case here, but inside the denture module, this probably happens even more so than when you're doing this inside of what's it called, the denture module. All right, so what we'll do here, just kind of thicken this up a little bit. Make a nice tissue. Okay. There's an implant there. Okay. And what we'll need to do is kind of smooth this out. Okay. And see, this is kind of the concern of what I'm talking about. So what I'll actually end up doing is we'll actually end up just making a model out of this file real quick. So I'll go to the model alignment tool and just put it on any sort of printer. I'll just use the Formlabs printer for right now. Just make it tall enough so it doesn't cut anything off, and make it so that the base is high enough. Okay, perfect. And that it adds base there. So then I'll go to my playlist model design, run this model. This is really the main concern, is kind of an area like this. I don't really want to screw with that without having a border. So now what I'll do is simply come into Freeform model now, and I have a nice border to work with. So I'll just kind of smooth this out. A lot of you will say, well, why don't you just ask for better data from your doctor? What I found is if I make these changes, I don't need to ask for different data. I don't need to inconvenience the doctor. My doctors are able to work with these edits that I'm making to the borders here, and we're still able to get a successful and consistent result. So what we'll do now is we'll just kind of, don't want to screw with it too much because that can cause an issue. So what we'll do is I'll come to edit mesh, and I'll just cut off the bottom of this model here. Nice, perfect. Go to delete. I could leave a little thing like that, that's fine. And then what we'll do is we'll save this out. Extra jaw lower. Okay. And we'll come into here, go to add and remove mesh. Jaw scan lower. And we'll bring in, did I save it? It looks like I didn't save it. 1 second. I saved it as a dental CAD. Always forget to switch it. There you go. Perfect. Now we'll go to the extra jaw scan lower. Bring that in. And then I'll go and replace the jaw scan. There you go. Giving myself a new border. And what I can do is I'll just update my virtual exit bottom to resemble my new lower. And then I'll just kind of go into gingiva design, make sure that everything looks appropriate. See, now we have a nice cutout, and everything should work appropriately. So there's the new virtual wax up bottom, or denture base bottom, and it should merge appropriately this time around. I do just need to freeform and cut and make space for my teeth. Let's see, how thick do I want it? 1.8, I'll say this time, because I do have some complicated areas here. Perfect. Okay. Probably just also fix some of this. Okay. Now we'll merge and save this. And we should be ready to, at this point, it should give us a merge file. Because traditionally, that would give me an error in that complicated area that we fixed over here. This case is maybe not the most extreme of an example, but it definitely is a good example of where a problem could arise. And look, we already have the base border, so we're good there. Awesome. So yeah, basically that's really what I wanted to show you, is how to use Model Creator and then bringing it in as an extra jaw scan to fix your borders with this copy denture technique. You can see that there's not too much of a deviation. If anything, it would just be a slight adjustment, but it really more so stems from kind of that border material not being perfect there. Okay, thanks guys. Have a nice day. Bye.